And we should be live. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. This is Jess and Hardcovers weekly news show. Jess, how are you doing?
Good, Hardcover. How you doing?
I am doing well. Thank you once again for having me. Last week's show was a hit. I know the patrons, they really dug it. Nicholas Munoz, all those guys, they really enjoyed it a lot. A
Nice.
big shout out to all the patrons out there that signed up this week. We actually passed the $100 mark with another
Right.
$16 donation. And
Ooh,
if that, and I don't even have a $16 tier. I might actually start creating one. That's the second over $15 donation that I've gotten this week. I don't know where they're coming from, but I am extremely humbled and granted by Eric Grant. Humbled and grateful by Eric Sofer. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce your name correctly, but thank you so much, sir, for your $16 donation.
wow, nice.
That put us over the $100 mark, and now I'm going to have to find a trade or a hardcover to mail out to a random patron every single month as part of hitting the second goal. So that's going to be fun. But thank you guys again for checking this out. Last week, you guys really enjoyed it, got a lot of positive feedback, and we're here to do this again. We've got a few good things lined up for you. There was a lot of good stuff coming out of Marvel's camp, a lot of great stuff coming out of the PSX PlayStation conference, and some solicitations as well. So with that said, the first thing is we have gotten confirmed that Luke Cage is getting a second season. What do you think, Jess?
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. That means it was popular enough that they're going to have season 2, and the little preview that they put up said coming soon in a blinking light. So it could be imminent. They must have had a lot of faith in it, because that means they were shooting it, a while ago, and it's exciting for Marvel TV. That's for sure.
Now, you haven't seen the first season, correct?
I have not. I am given the fact that this is the golden age of television, as you called it last week. I suck at watching television. It's the easiest thing to do in the world. I do so much reading, but I still haven't finished Daredevil season 1. I have one episode left. I know I'm terrible, especially because the Punisher in season 2.
Oh my God.
Jessica Jones, aka Jessica Jones. I watched the first 3 episodes. I had to take a break. It was so intensely dark, and she does such a good job of conveying terror in that, her own personal terror, that I just had to take a break. But I'm going to start up and watch it again this week, because I've got to see it through. And then once I'm done with those 2, I'll move on to Cage, which is I've heard really good things about. So, and I like him as a character, so I'm up for watching that.
Yeah, Jessica Jones is by far, in my opinion, the darkest of all of the Marvel TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, you gotta get through Daredevil season 1. Oh my gosh, just to get to season 2 and to see John Barenthal, he's the actor that plays the Punisher. Oh, crushes it.
That's what I heard, and it's so easy for me to watch television. I don't know why I'm so reluctant to just flip it on and watch. But and of course there's Westworld that you keep telling me to watch, so I got to watch that too.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me the thing with television is I'm naturally a kind of constantly moving type of person, and for me to sit down
Yeah.
for like 8 hours and binge watch something, or for an hour and watch something, I'm always thinking, well, I could be doing this instead, or I could be working on this instead. So it's kind of a problem for me that I have to work on.
Yeah, I have no problem sitting down and reading for 3 hours, so I should have no problem sitting down and just watching the last episode of Daredevil. I mean, when did that come out? 2014 or 15? Something. I'm like a year and a half behind. It's stupid.
Yeah, I want to say 2014.
I don't know. I know it's just been in my Netflix queue for a long time.
Because season 2 came out this year, so it was last year. It was 2015.
Last year? Okay.
Yeah, it was 2015. Because season 2 was this year. Because it came out, I remember it came out during St. Patrick's Day weekend, because we were in St. Augustine for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I
And
rushed home because I wanted to watch it.
yeah, is it a definite that the Punisher's getting his own series?
Yes, they've confirmed and
Uh-huh.
they've started filming. Yeah, they've already started filming it.
I'd like to think that I could get caught up on all Marvel things before the Punisher. That's going to be my goal. Before the Punisher comes out, I gotta get caught up. It's
Well,
ridiculous.
they're doing Defenders next year, right? Where all of them are coming together for like a 6-episode miniseries.
All of who?
Iron Fist, Daredevil, Jessica Jones.
Oh yeah. Wait, is Iron Fist is getting his own show too?
In March. I think it's in March.
I'm swamped. I'm doomed. And the Defenders. So wait, who? Iron Fist and who else?
The Defenders is gonna be Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Daredevil for like a 6-episode miniseries.
Oh, that sounds so awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be real good. That's what they're
Yes.
building up. They're doing the whole cinematic universe thing where they're building up all towards this series.
Yeah. Well, I had the energy to watch Stranger Things, so I have the energy to do this. I can man up and do this. I just got to do it.
Stranger Things was one of those shows that I binged probably in the span of 2 days with me and my girl. We were like, yeah, let's just binge watch this. This is incredible. It's so good.
Yeah, I think binge watching is kind of a talent. My daughter, who's 25, has it. She binge watched Orange is the New Black, just boom, in a day. And which was like 13 episodes or something. And I just don't have that stamina, butt stamina or back stamina to just sit and watch. That might be a millennial talent to binge watch. I don't have that.
I think it is, honestly. Because our generation, we just want content as fast as possible. We want it now. We're very much let's get it done with now type of generation.
Right.
But moving on, we've got also this week the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 trailer. Oh my God. How excited are you? Oh my goodness.
Well, they really know how to put trailers together at Marvel, because this new trailer is hilarious. And I love the first Guardians of the Galaxy. It's my favorite Marvel movie, and that's saying a lot because there's a lot of good Marvel movies.
Same.
Yeah, and it is just it's the perfect blend of action, drama, and just funny. It's really funny, and I'm just very excited. After Drax is just so funny, and of course, just his verbal beatdowns of Star-Lord and stuff is just so great. And I love Gamora and Baby Groot. We talked about that, how he and Rocket interact with each other. I think Baby Groot, as you said, is going to be a big hit.
Oh, Baby Groot, he's gonna steal the movie. They're gonna be plushies. There's gonna be so many toys. There's gonna be so many kids that are gonna go, I want a toy of Baby Groot.
Oh well, yeah. Here's a kid right here that wants some Baby Groot toys, especially if he talks like him.
Oh, the minute there's a pop of him, God, I hate you. And Gio probably does so much.
Oh yeah, we will be inundating you with Baby Groot baits. We'll bait you into getting one.
You guys have got me hooked on some pops right now. Not as bad as you and Gio, but I have been looking on the website and I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. No. Put the debit card down.
Yeah, exactly. They're cheap and fun, and of course, when they say exclusive or specialty, that gets the heart pumping in me, the collector heart pumping in me, saying I gotta have it. So that's it's the perfect storm of collector figures. So I love some of those pops.
Yeah, same. But the just absolutely hilarious trailer, spot on. I am sold on it at this point. It's one of those trailers where I'm good. I really don't need to see anything else. I'm good till the movie comes out. I got it.
I'd rather not see anything else. Now I want to be surprised by everything because it looks like it's coming together brilliantly.
You also got your first look at Mantis in it. Did you catch that?
Is she the chick that is feeling his feelings at the very end? Yeah, that's the first look at Mantis. I'm not familiar with her. My knowledge of Marvel is not as great as yours, but I thought she was perfectly cast in that particular scene with Gamora standing there watching over the whole thing with like a smirk on her face.
And Drax the whole time.
Yeah. Oh, Drax, he does so well.
Yeah, Dave Bautista, man, he's one of those guys that he went from wrestling to acting in. He really found his niche, but he also busted his ass to do it. Like, he took acting classes, and he said, look, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it the right way. And it seems to have paid off because he is hilarious in this trailer.
Yeah. Yeah, he really is. And that previous trailer where he gave him a big man hug, gave Star-Lord the big man hug. He was really good in that.
And Star-Lord's basically saying, no, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm good. No, didn't I say I was good? Yeah.
I can't wait. Guardians was my favorite one, and James Gunn is a really talented director, so I'm really excited to see what he does with this. I really hope they're able to capture the magic of the first one, so we'll see. We will. Now, you still haven't seen Doctor Strange yet, correct?
Actually, I did see Doctor Strange 2 weeks ago.
Awesome.
I loved it.
You loved it?
I did love it. I don't mind the little jokes and stuff that he said. It's okay with me that he was cracking me up the whole way through. It was just myself and my gal pal Laura that goes to see Marvel movies with me because my wife doesn't care for them, and we were the only ones in the theater, and I was laughing out loud at his jokes and one-liners like the whole time. He did a great job, and I loved the whole concept. I had to explain some things to her about some of the characters, but yeah, I loved Doctor Strange. I will be happy to see it again.
Yeah, same. I'm really looking forward to seeing my rewatch of it. And in fact, I think if Gio is on this week, I think we've got our topic for this week, the Doctor Strange movie review.
Oh, that's our topic?
If Gio is on this week, none of us have covered the movie yet. Well, no, I take it back. Gio, I think, did review it on his channel, but none of us have really talked about the movie because we've been waiting for all of us to watch it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, well, if that's going to be our topic, I may need to go see it again.
It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. And there's going to be, it sets up, did you stay for there after the credits?
Oh, yeah.
So it sets up what our next topic is. See, folks, that's called a segue.
Very
Thor
nice.
Ragnarok.
Right. I have concept art of it here. This is the Thailand concept art, which shows Planet Hulk with Thor. Now, this is just concept Photoshop type art, but you get a look at Planet Hulk in there, which may be a surprise to people that he is in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know am I giving you a good enough look at? You got Thor right there, and here's Planet Hulk, and I love what they've done with Hulk. He's actually really great now, as opposed to the first three movies of him solo.
Mm-hmm.
Not that great, but now that he's in the Avengers and Thor, they really seem to have nailed him.
He looks great, and I'm wondering if they're going to go with intelligent Thor, because we've seen glimpses of intelligent Thor in the past few movies, but not full on have a conversation. Planet Hulk, World War Hulk Thor, where he's a strategist, he's a military leader, things like that. That's really what I want to see.
Right, I agree. And I want to make sure that you appreciate the high technology that's involved, where I just pressed a button and this just dropped right in. It's pretty amazing technology here, me and my posters. So, yeah, there's a good look at Thor right there. Yeah, that's a good point about intelligent Thor. I'm really looking forward to somebody that's got their anger under control and is the strategist, as you say, from World War Hulk and Planet Hulk. Because that's to me, that's the best Hulk I've ever read. I don't have deep knowledge of Hulk, but I've read enough Hulk where I thought Planet Hulk and World War Hulk were just amazing.
Hulk is a character where he's had a few great runs. He's had the Peter David stuff, the Jeff Loeb Red Hulk stuff. I've heard is really good. I've never read it.
No,
I have the classic Stan Lee Hulk Omnibus, the Volume 1, and I still have not cracked into it yet.
Yeah, that's a toughie.
Really?
It's got that old Stan Lee writing, which is very expository, lots of very wordy. Uh, he's not a really super fleshed out character yet. I mean, I think that that Stan Lee was doing what he did back then, and that's sort of making it up as he went along. It's not as well thought out as say Peter David's run, which was, an amazing run. But yeah, I don't know that I'd make that top of your list necessarily. I'd probably suggest something else Hulk related. Jason Aaron has a great run on Hulk, I think.
Aaron did
Wait,
around Hulk?
okay, wait a minute. Let me look at my Hulk section real quick. Am I thinking right? Yeah, Jason Aaron wrote The Incredible Hulk with art by, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, there's two hardcovers of The Incredible Hulk by Jason Aaron. And I'll show you the Hulk section. There's Planet Hulk right there with the Hulk section behind him.
Okay.
And The Incredible Hulk, yeah, written by Jason Aaron, is really good.
Well, pretty much anything Aaron touches is good.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Like I don't think I've ever read anything that I didn't care for that was written by Jason Aaron.
Right. Yeah. He's an amazing writer.
I'm looking forward to it. I know the Thor movies for me have been kind of the weakest movies that I've seen so far of the Marvel universe. I'm not that crazy of a fan of them. I thought the second one was The first one was really fun. But this one with the whole Thor Ragnarok with Planet Hulk, World War Hulk, setting all that stuff up, I am very cautiously optimistic, and I'm waiting for the trailer. They've described this as a buddy comedy or a buddy cop movie. Yeah, they've said it's like a buddy cop movie, basically, which I'm all in.
If those are the two buddies, that's cool with me.
If it's like Lethal Weapon or the other guys or something, I'm all in on that. Okay, that sounds awesome.
I liked both the Thor movies. I loved the first one and really liked the second one. I know the second one has gotten mixed reviews, and I understand that. Mm-hmm. But the only Marvel movie I really didn't like was the very first X-Men back in 2000.
Wow, with Bryan Singer.
Right, but I like the follow-up to it, X2 and X3. So I can't think offhand of a Marvel movie I really didn't like. I loved Ant-Man when it came out, so maybe I just have bad taste. I don't know. I just liked both Thor movies. That's just me. No, I'm a happy-go-lucky dog, man.
You don't have bad taste, man. But I'm super excited for it. I mean, the poster that you printed out looks metal as hell. It looks like something that would have been. Yeah, it really does look like something that would have been like on an 80s metal album cover or something like that.
Yeah, no, this is just concept art from Thailand or something, but it does convey the feeling of it, I think, with them fighting side by side.
If it's a buddy comedy, if it's a buddy cop movie, I'm going to die laughing. Because even in the Avengers movie, they really didn't even seem like they got along too well. Like Hulk punches him in one scene and he flies off camera. Right. I'm looking forward to it. In all honesty, it's going to be a blast.
Yeah, I agree.
So the next thing we got up is the solicitations. I know you've been wanting to talk about a few books that were recently solicited and a statue.
Oh yeah, thank you for that. I did not pull pictures of. I only pulled pictures of one thing because I don't really know what they're going to look like. But I know the Goon Library Edition #5 is coming out the summer of 2017, which, if I recall correctly, that will finish the series. The Goon, of course, I love. Thanks to Australian moderator Mitch O'Brien. He's the one that got the page started on loving the Goon. I don't think the Goon got any attention until Mitchell said something about it, and it just set off a firestorm of everybody loving the Goon, including me. in those beautiful Dark Horse library editions that are so affordable.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
And the Goon and Frankie are such great characters, and I'm excited for number 5 to come out, and I'm kind of surprised it's so far away, because it seems like the first 4 came out right on the heels of each other. But I think that may be because was still finishing up. If I'm remembering right, I think it's because he was still finishing up the series. So that may be why it's so far in the future. But another one, and this will excite the DC fans out there. Primarily, I don't know if Felipe Sarmiento is watching, if he's one of your patrons, but he's a big DC fan like I am. And Zatanna by Paul Dini, that's coming out in March of 2017. So that's right around the corner. And that's a great thing, because the Paul Dini trade paperbacks have been out of print and hard to find for a very long time. And this is a big deal that you'll be able to find some of the best Zatanna writing. Of course, Paul Dini, I think, is one of those writers who really nails stuff. And he really nailed... my wording there was going to be bad. He gets the character of Zatanna really well.
I knew where I was like, is he really gonna go? No.
Yeah, no, I pulled back. Yeah, he gets the character and the writing of Zatanna. So that's to me a big deal that's coming out, because those trades were hard to find. And then, as you know, I am a big DC Bombshell statue collector, and this was just announced that's coming out, I believe, in April, and that is the Jessie Quick Bombshell, which is really fun. She's like a car hop with a milkshake there, and the detail is amazing in these bombshells. She's got her little roller skates there, and the little flash pants, and she's barefoot. And it wouldn't surprise me if they're so detailed, it wouldn't surprise me if she has painted toenails like Mira does on that Mira statue.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm really excited for this one, because that is just a classically cool looking pose to me. Jessie Quick will be coming out in April. So for anybody that's a statue fan, a bombshell fan, this is really good news for you. And more of the high-tech CG graphics type of thing, where I'm just working my way up and down using my technology right here. There's a good look at her. She's going to be great.
I'm looking for, man, that looks really nice, actually. The detail on that is crazy.
Yeah. With the milkshake right there, that's pretty cool. And her curly hair.
Not only that, but just look at the coloring on the milkshake, like how it shifts from like white to pink, and wow, they did a real good job.
Yeah, you're good at noticing coloring and stuff. So that, yeah, you picked right up on that. That's part of the fun of these bombshells, is the detail and the thought that goes into them. And for what they are, I think you can get them for a really good price. So I think they're decently affordable. If you're a statue collector, I think they are decently affordable compared to some of the higher end stuff.
Definitely. How much is she running for? What's the retail?
Well, though the initial price is going to be $125, but I'm sure that eBay will have lots of them at $80 or something, $90. I know you can get Mira for $60, and I don't understand that, because to me, Mira is so finely detailed and such a beautiful statue that you can get her for like $60. And it's just going to depend on how popular Jessie Quick is, because Harley Quinn, the very first Harley Quinn, still has not been reproduced from the initial run, and she pulls in lots of money for her statue on eBay. Crazy money. They redid Poison Ivy and Wonder Woman, which used to be way up there too, but they reproduced them, and that brought the prices down. So it's hard to say I imagine Jesse Quick is obscure enough that you'll probably be able to get her for a really good price as soon as she goes on sale.
How much does the Harley go for?
Oh, $400 or $500 now.
Whoa!
Yeah, and I mean
Wow!
those are sold. Those are sold prices on eBay. So it's not somebody just asking that, but people are getting that.
Wow! That is crazy.
Yeah, it's interesting that she hasn't been redone, considering how popular she is. They, they come out with a Christmas version of her, and they're coming out with another. I'm trying to think what the other version, the same pose, but they're coming out with another version of her in that pose, maybe black and white or different colors or something. But they haven't redone that pose, so it's expensive because it's hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly wouldn't buy it as an investment or anything, but if I really wanted it, then I can see somebody paying that kind of money.
That is wow. I mean, it's an awesome. I've seen the one you're talking about, and it's gorgeous. It's a really nice piece, but $400. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that would be this one right here. Let's see if we can get her in the frame.
Yeah, she's really popular.
Am I showing her right? I can't really see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good old Harley. She's considering how important she is to DC. I'm surprised they haven't redone her because they refer to her as the fourth pillar.
Oh, she really is. She really
Yeah.
is.
With Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, DC considers her the fourth pillar, and they're building a universe around her. So I'm surprised they haven't redone that one, but I'm looking forward to Jesse Quick.
And for those of you out there that are wondering where can you start with Harley, just as a quick little add-on to it, Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Connor's run is really good. It's really fun too.
Very fun. Great introduction to the character. She's not all murdery and hammer wielding and everything. She's almost a hero and really fun. They did a really good job with that first series that Palmiotti and Amanda Connor did.
Yeah, it was almost like DC said, "Yeah, just do whatever you want. Just have fun."
Yeah, I think you're right.
Next thing on the docket is Jean Grey and Kitty Pryde are getting their own series. Now, I really don't know much about these two characters other than me reading Astonishing X-Men and Kitty Pryde being such a prominent character in there.
Right.
I really don't know even much about this series or what's going to go on. Care to fill me in?
Well, I don't know a whole heck of a lot more than you do, other than I think it's important that two of the most important women in the X-Men get their own comics. Kitty Pryde is going to be not have her own comic, but she's going to be the leader of the X-Men in X-Men Gold Resurrection. And I think that's important because I think it's important for them to promote their strong female protagonists. And I think this will be a good, I know that it's Riley Moore's favorite character. And so I know that there's a lot of Kitty Pryde fans out there. And then this will be the first time that Jean Grey gets her own series, and which is amazing when you consider how popular she is. If you can see there, they've got the Phoenix Force flamey type of thing right behind her. So I don't know. That's a young Jean Grey right there, if you can see. So I don't know what particular part that the Phoenix Force is going to play in this book, but it's important to note that this is the first solo title that she's going to have. And beyond that, I really don't know much other than it's written by the always greatly named Hopeless Dennis. I think it's Dennis Hopeless.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's important just because two strong female leads from Marvel get their own book. I'm a fan of a lot of the female characters in both DC and Marvel's universe. I love Black Widow. Of course, I'm a huge Wonder Woman and Black Canary and Zatanna fan. So the more those guys can be promoted and the more adventures we can see of them, the better, I think.
Absolutely.
She's in a realistic pose here too. She's not in some crazy, weird, body distorting pose. This is a pose that maybe a normal person could do. So let's hope and she's all covered up too. So I consider that a plus. She's not like Emma Frost wearing a piece of cloth. So that shows me that maybe they're really taking her seriously, which I think is great.
What you're saying is she's not in some weird Jim Lee 90s back-twisted ass pointed out pose. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
With a curvature of the spine and a tiny stomach and the rumpus sticking out. Yeah.
Where if you have somebody who's like an expert on the human skeleton, we go, that is not physically possible. What's going on there?
Yeah, no human being has ever been developed like that on purpose anyway. It was an accident of nature if it came out like that.
Have you ever seen the Rob Liefeld Captain America drawing? Where
I almost had a sip of water in my mouth. I would have spit it all over the screen. Yeah, that's the craziest thing ever. That is really a crazy drawing.
Like, holy shit, what's wrong with Captain America?
I don't know, but to be a real human being, his chest has to be out like to here. He's got to have a 98-inch chest or something. It's unbelievable. So I'm glad that they toned it down for Jean Grey, and let's hope the comic book is like that too.
Now my question is this Jean Grey, current Grant Morrison? Okay, for those of you that have never read New X-Men, have you ever read it?
Yes.
Okay, so spoilers for New X-Men. Jean Grey dies at the end. Is this that Jean Grey, or is this the Jean Grey that was brought back from Brian Michael Bendis, where she came back from back in time? Do we know that?
I believe, since this is a young-looking Jean Grey, I believe it's young Jean Grey's adventures. That's my belief. They've killed her off a number of times. Most recently, I guess, in New X-Men, but I think that this is exactly what you say. This is a young Jean Grey time traveling from Bendis's run and focusing on her.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I really liked that Bendis. I wasn't the craziest person on the run, but that was one of the things I really dug, that he brought back the original X-Men to the current timeline. I was like, wow, that's really good.
I thought that was fun. It was an interesting way to do it. My friend Michael Watson, who's an X-Men expert, who's a member of the Omnibus Group page, he turned me on to that book, and I thought it was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. It was just an interesting concept. They run into future self, past self, current self, the whole thing, and that really requires a suspension of disbelief. But comic books are supposed to be fun, so go into it, have fun, and enjoy it. So that's the attitude I'll take with Jean Grey too. I hope it's really popular and gets a hardcover collection or something. That'd be great.
And I've met those kind of like high-minded, smarmy comic book readers like, no, it's art. Comics aren't meant to be fun. I'm like, fuck you. God. Spider-Man shoots webs out of his hands and he climbs trees and stuff. He climbs a building. It's supposed to be fun. Fuck off.
Yeah.
God. Yeah, the guy running around in his underwear dressed as a bat at night, and you think he's fucking awesome. It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. That you just have fun and enjoy it, and that if it's deep and interesting and thought provoking, that's more the better. But not everything can be Albert Camus and stuff like that. So
Jimmy Corrigan. Oh God. Have you ever tried to slog through that?
Smartest Boy in the World?
Yeah.
I have tried to. I understand that. I get that. It's a different bird, that book.
Mm-hmm. Did you enjoy it? I mean, I'm not gonna. If you enjoyed it, that's awesome. I just could not. It wasn't for me.
Yeah. Let's see. That's Chris Ware that writes and draws that. I enjoyed it on a certain level. I enjoyed it on a certain level. It's meant to be, different than time traveling X-Men, and so you sort of have to shift your perception of books before you go into it. But yeah, I dug it. I tend to like the stuff that Chris Ware does.
He's an expert draftsman. Like
Oh
I
yeah.
get it from a technical standpoint. Like the drawing
Mhm.
is what he does with a few lines is incredible. Like he is very much a master of the craft. It's
Right.
just story wise, it doesn't do anything for me personally.
Yeah. Well, I can get that. It's always a matter of taste, and I think we respect each other's opinions enough so
Mhm.
that you didn't dig it, and I totally understand it. There needs to be more of that in the comic world where it's not fact, it's opinion, and it's
Oh,
okay to have an opinion
yeah,
as long as you don't shove it in somebody's face. So
exactly, exactly.
yeah.
I totally agree. There are too many comic book fans out there where you go to a con and they're going, "No, it's not. No, that's because terrible. How'd you read that?" All right, pal. And you see them. You see them.
Mm-hmm. I know
Uh,
who you're talking about.
I know.
Yep.
I know. Riley. It's okay. We can say this. He's
Riley.
not listening. He's not listening. He's not paying for this stream.
That elitist Riley.
Oh my god. Can we, okay, for a split second, can we talk about how we're building up a community, a sub community of our friends that do this as well? We've got Nicholas Munoz now, who is part of Patreon, and he's our intern. Ryan Sace is our mascot. We're building up a subgroup just for the stream.
That's awesome. Both of those guys are hilarious. I always look forward to whenever they start a thread. And
Awesome.
another guy we need to get on board is Daniel McBride. He's also
Oh,
funny.
yeah, Daniel McBride will be in charge of the craft services.
Craft services, good poll. That's funny.
No, I'm just kidding, Daniel. If you ever watch this stream, I love you, pal. You're awesome. But getting this train back on track. The last thing that we're going to touch on for tonight is The Last of Us Part 2 was revealed. Now, The Last of Us happens to be one of my favorite video games of all time. I know Ryan Sace praises it to the moon and back. Absolutely loves the series. And if you're a Patreon subscriber and you don't know who Ryan Sace is, he's an awesome member of the Omnibus community. You might have heard Jess call him a bastard a few times on the live stream.
Ryan says is a bastard, yeah.
It's an in-joke between us. He's an awesome guy, really cool person. But The Last of Us, brilliant. It definitely ends on a note where I don't think they need a second game, but I'm looking forward to it. I know you've never played it, though, right?
No, I haven't. But today, with the preview popping up on the Omnibus Group page, I watched the preview and it looked really good. And I just saw, people praising it. Riley Moore's wife, Megan, loves the heck out of that, and it's her favorite game ever. I guess I think maybe the preview was put up yesterday, but she was just raving about it, and everybody was raving about it, especially Ryan. And he said it's worth getting a PS4 just for this game. I don't have a PS4, and so I've never played it. But he's played it 5 or 6 times, which is a lot to play a video game. And he just said it's so moving and such a great story and so amazingly emotional that I really need to get it. And I said, of course, do I get to kill people in it? And he said, oh, yeah, there's that. And I go, okay, as long as I kill people, I'm good. But but he said that he highly recommended it, and I can see why people are so excited for it.
Mm-hmm. Now, you having a daughter, though, you will relate to this game on a whole nother level than a lot of other people. It's very much a story about a father figure and a daughter going through this post-apocalyptic world across the country of the United States, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. I know I talked to you earlier, and I mentioned The Road, and you said you read Cormac McCarthy's book, The Road, and you enjoyed it.
Right. Yeah, I haven't seen the movie, but I did read the the brutal book. But yeah, it's some kind of read. But I understand the concept, and I'm pretty excited to just play the first game. Do we know when the second game is coming out? Do they have a set date, or was just the rough stuff?
It's just the rough. This was just the trailer. My best guess. They said during the press conference, look, this is really, really early on. My best guess, this isn't coming out 2018, late 2018, early 2019 with
Oh,
delays.
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's gonna be a while. This is gonna be something for 2018 with delays because everything gets pushed back nowadays. It's gonna be 2019, I guarantee it. There's no
Yeah.
way that's coming out anytime soon.
Well, good. That gives me more time to get a PS4, play the game, catch up on Daredevil, get to Luke Cage, watch Punisher, finish Jessica Jones, watch The Defenders. What am I leaving out? Iron Fist. Yeah, I have a lot to do before The Last of Us Part 2 comes out.
You'll catch up. You'll catch up, man. Westworld.
Oh, yeah, and Westworld.
Yeah.
And then Stranger Things new season is starting when, in January or something?
No. That's summer of next year, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, like May or something like that.
Okay.
You also need to catch up on Game of Thrones.
Oh gosh, I've made so many promises to so many people about Game of Thrones. I need to watch it with my daughter because she is a Game of Thrones fanatic. She's read the books, seen every episode 35 times, and apparently you need somebody that knows what's going on in those first few episodes to explain what's happening. And she's happy to be my guide. I just have to set aside the time and watch it. But you're right. That's another show that I need to see is Game of Thrones.
It does help. It does really help to have somebody there to explain, look, this is what's going on here. This is the lore. Once you kind of break that barrier past the first few episodes, it gets really, really great.
Yeah, I'm excited and looking forward to it. I promised John Hahn that I would watch it when he sent me the pop of the Iron Throne, which is hard to find.
It is?
Yeah. It was only released, I think, in limited quantities at maybe Barnes and Noble, something like that. And I wrote him and I said, I PM'd him and I said something like, keep an eye out for the Iron Throne for me. I'm starting to collect the pops. And he said, I have one for you. And I said, what? And he said, yeah, I've been holding it for you since April. This is just a couple months ago. I said, well, when were you going to tell me that? and so I have the pop, but he said, you have to promise me you're going to start watching the show. And so I swore a blood oath to him that I would start watching the show. So
cut your hand on like a piece of paper and mail it to him.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a show I absolutely have got to watch. They have really, really cool pops for that show. So yeah. I definitely want to see that.
Oh yeah. There's one word that can sum up the first episode. Incest. Yeah. Just watch it. Just watch it.
Okay. All right.
And I'm sure your daughter will get that too if you tell her that.
Yeah, well, she's 25. She understands things, so she understands too much. We have too good a relationship. It's she tells me everything and stuff that a father doesn't want to hear at all. So yeah, I will definitely get started on that. But I got to finish Daredevil first.
Oh, you totally do. Just to get to Punisher, because Daredevil season 2 is basically Punisher and Friends for like the first 4 episodes.
Punisher and Friends, cool.
That's pretty much it. It's just, when's Punisher gonna come back? This is great. Daredevil's cool. Where the fuck is Punisher? That's really all it is.
That's awesome.
All right, guys. But with that, it's getting kind of late. I have to go visit my family, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this. Thank you once again, you patron subscribers, you lucky so-and-sos, you thankfully you're paying the bills for me because otherwise I'd be dead broke right now if you weren't. But thank you so much, guys. Really, honestly, this is for you guys. Jess, he's been helping me out with this. He volunteers his time to do this, and it's greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, sir.
Oh, my pleasure. Peace and love, peace and love. I'm happy to do it.
So look forward to more of these. I know Gio has expressed interest in being on one, so we're going to see if we can get him in on that. He actually was all gung-ho about being on tonight, but he had problems with his Wi-Fi. He's been having issues with it. So there's that. We're hoping to get him on pretty soon, though, from A Week in Geekdom. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do so. Gio is awesome. The content he produces is on par with the stuff that I produce, and it is great stuff. He's a cool dude.
He's a good editor. He's very technically oriented and a great guy, by the way. Just you know as well as I do what a great guy he is.
Oh, totally. Yeah. I just found out he works at a radio station. I heard his radio show the other day. I was like, oh my God, that's
Oh,
Gio.
that's why he's so polished. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
He's on the radio like every single day in Puerto Rico. I was like, oh shit. I was listening to him on the radio the other day.
Oh, that is so cool. No wonder he's so polished. That explains everything. I mean, you don't is he speaking in Spanish or in English?
Spanish. It's in Puerto Rico, so it's in Spanish.
Yeah, but I mean his Weekend Geekdom things are in flawless English with no accent whatsoever. So I wonder what other languages he speaks.
I was curious about that too, because I was listening to him talk and I was like, holy crap, that is a pure Puerto Rican because I'm Puerto Rican. I was like, holy crap, that is a pure Puerto Rican accent. Wow. And he doesn't have a lick of it in his videos. I don't know where he hides it. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, that explains it. He's a polished professional. Then to be able to switch back and forth with no accent in either one. That's pretty impressive.
Mm-hmm. So with that said, thank you guys once again. Have a good night. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will speak with you soon.
Ciao, baby.
Bye.